In today's video, we're going to be talking about ticker NFTG. You know, I called this play at 36 cents. This one went all the way up to 58 cents last Friday and is currently trading at 54 cents right now. This one is down 5% for the day. Actually was just up 4% a few minutes ago, but you know, it is a healthy dip because this one was green all week last week. This one did IPO at $4.15 per share, went all the way down to around 31 cents, actually 52-week low of 28 cents. Might be the bottom right there, and in the last week this one is up 20%. Like I said, I call this one at 36 cents, went all the way up to 58 cents last Friday. $6 million market cap with $5.3 million in total assets and no liability. So you know, that's very rare. You know, 270,000 or something like that in total liabilities compared to $5.3 million in total assets. This one IPO'd at $4.15 per share, went all the way down to a low of 28 cents. 52-week low is 28 cents, or just around 30 cents. And in the last, you know, few weeks, this one is up a lot with zero news in the last 2 weeks. No one, you know, this stock is completely under the radar. No one really knows about it. You know, people are actually starting to look into it, but it is still very hidden. Only around 500,000 average volume lately. Once this one gets recognized and gets volume, this one can really move because there's only 9 million shares that float, 12 million outstanding shares, and the CEO owns around 3 million shares. Actually, he bought shares at 66 cents and at $1, and this one is currently trading at 50 cents. So that's something positive right there. A tiny $6 million market cap, and they are trying to dominate the $300 billion rapidly growing gaming industry. They are also in the gaming NFT industry as well, which is growing very rapidly. And they have enough cash on hand and short-term investments to get them through the next year and a half. They actually plan to release around 15 games for a low cost of $850,000 or less. So their cash burn rate is very low. And like I said, they have enough cash on hand and short-term investments to really get them through the next year and a half, which is very rare for a startup company that is releasing this many games and has all these plans. They've been releasing news pretty much every month and multiple times each month lately. Have been silent since the 19th of last month, but they have released 2 games so far. So they just announced Brawl Bots just last month, and then they had Space Striker AI, which has been approved by the Apple Store and Google Play as well, along with Brawl Bots, which just released. So these 2 apps will start generating them revenue. Actually have just started to do that. Like I said earlier in the video, keep in mind you always add 3 zeros for these numbers when looking at them on this chart. But only $276,000 in total liabilities compared to $5.3 million in total assets, which, you know, like I keep saying, is very rare, you know, to have a asset or liability to asset ratio that good, especially for a startup company like this one. They actually have an active $500,000 stock repurchase plan that is currently active, and they are actively canceling shares as we speak. Back on March of this year, the board of directors of the company approved a stock repurchase program authorizing the purchase of up to $500,000 of the company's common stock until December 31st, 2023. In connection with the 2023 stock repurchase program, during the 6 months ended June 30th, 2023, the company purchased and canceled 32,000 shares of its common stock for $24,000 at an average price of 75 cents per share. So they're actively doing this. The chart is actually looking very good right here. Some support right around 50 cents. Looking at the 1 hour chart right here, we are in a healthy uptrend. Considering this one was green pretty much all week. Last week was zero news. Just some healthy growth here. Healthy pullback today. And they were continuing to make higher lows and higher highs. So that's something, you know, the chart is looking very good. Looking at the daily, you can see daily chart is looking pretty good. Looks like it was bottomed out around 30 cents. Not really much resistance to worry about right now. You know, they have multiple different catalysts, guys, 15 plus games, or, you know, 13 plus more games to be released or to be worked on. A lot of catalysts coming out. So as soon as this one gets some kind of PR or something, this one could easily push toward the $1 range because volume will increase at that point. People are starting to recognize this one, but this one is still completely under the radar, like I keep saying. But, you know, as soon as a PR drops, you know, a healthy pullback today. Like I said, the trend is in the up. You know, this one is in a healthy uptrend right now, healthy pullback today. And as soon as a catalyst comes out, this one can easily go up even further. So I did take profits after this one, you know, was up around 80% or something like that since I initially got in, but I still have shares riding risk free because I think this one could still push up to the $1 range if they do, you know, get some catalysts and volume starts coming in, which will happen if whenever they do release more updates. And they've been silent for a long time. They've been releasing, you know, updates every month, pretty much every week of last month back in September. In my opinion, this one is still undervalued and has a lot of potential, especially once they start putting out updates, and especially once revenue starts to come in with their low cash burn rate. It's a no-brainer for me. Trading at 51 cents, ticker NFTG. Big shout out to YODL at YODL17 on Twitter. He has a very good DD thread about ticker NFTG. So he has some updates that I really wasn't aware of. NFT Gaming announces enhancement to AI gaming platforms partnership, which allows them to bring their AI gaming offering to the market as quickly as possible in the best Web3 infrastructure available. So, they're getting their hands on some very good technology, the same technology as top brands like Paramount, Nickelodeon, Star Trek, Top Gun Maverick, and Care Bears, and many other, multi-billion-dollar companies or very high market cap companies. Says right here, YODL says as more games get released, like I said already, more revenues to be generated, and they have multiple games, over 15 plus games or 13 plus games or something like that in their pipeline. As an example right here, Axie Infinity, something like that this game generated more than $4 billion in lifetime sales and accounted for approximately almost 70% of the market in 2021, according to this tweet right here. He says they intend to generate revenue primarily from the sales of their NFTs. We believe that an increase in games available on the platform will increase users and demand for the platform. As their user base grows, we expect to generate more NFT sales and thereby increase their revenue. So that, guys, all it takes is one of their games to take off, and they are already starting to generate revenue, and this is something to look at when this starts coming in, guys. This one could really hit multiple dollars depending on how well it does and how fast they can get there. NFT gaming company hires specialized team to develop AI games. And not only that, but the NFT gaming company is now using ChatGPT and Midjourney to develop its artificial intelligence gaming portfolio. So both of these, ChatGPT and Midjourney, they're very enhanced AI programs. It looks like back in March, the NFT gaming company acquires Voxpal AI to integrate into their proprietary games. It looks like the NFT gaming company announces a filing for a patent for their novel non-fungible tokens across their gaming platform back in June 21st of this year. So that's very good to see. Filed a patent for their technology. You can see right here, this is their newest game, Brawl Boss. This is a trailer for it. You can see you can actually get it on the App Store.
Video games are making a change bigger than consoles or PC, even bigger than mobile. It's the blockchain, and the NFT gaming company is leading the evolution. Current Web3 games are tied up in things most gamers don't want, things like tokenomics and play to earn. The NFT gaming company's mission is to be the brand trusted with this new tech by the world's 3 billion gamers. To earn that trust, we're building Gaxos, an accessible, growing platform of casual games. Here, you don't need to know a thing about crypto coins, exchanges, or even NFTs. On Gaxos, you own and customize NFT avatars in literally millions of combinations. These NFTs carry your achievements between games. They're not just static images either. Our NFTs have legs to stand on. They run, fight, and fly in games you know and new ones you'll discover on Gaxos. Sign up to keep up. The NFT gaming company. New tech. More fun.
There is a lot of potential for this company. They are only just getting started, releasing, plans to release around, 6 to, 13 plus more games in the near time future, or something like that. Also have the ability for partnerships to partner with, major multi-billion-dollar gaming companies to, integrate their AI NFT technology into their games as well, which could be a very big part of their business and, help them generate a lot of revenue. So, they're, just if one of their games takes off, they could, already be profitable. It just depends how that goes. Could be a slow start. We'll just have to see how fast they can generate revenue. But, they have a lot of funding. They received a lot, millions of dollars in cash from their IPO, and that should get them, they're pretty much good for a very long time to work on building revenue and building their client base, everything like that. So, if you're looking at this company right now, no one really knows about it. It's, people are starting to recognize it, but you are still getting in very early. Keep in mind, they did lose compliance with NASDAQ just recently. They have, around 180 days to regain compliance. They lost compliance recently because their share price went under $1. And as soon as that happens and it stays under $1 for 30 consecutive days, they get the compliance letter. They then have 180 days to get the stock price organically up to $1. for 10 consecutive days, and then they regain compliance. But if they can't do this in 180 days, they can actually file for another 180-day extension. So, they don't have to worry about a reverse split for a very long time. They don't have to even worry about that, for almost a year, just under a year. So that's good to see. A lot of potential here, guys, no liabilities. And they're entering a very big market, trying to dominate a $300 billion industry, actually get a good cut from this $300 billion industry. So we'll have to see how they do. That's it for the video, guys. And let me know in the comments below what you think about this stock as well.